how to sell almost anything. Hi, my name is Ronald Hughes. This is Contact Ignition, a small training company in Dublin, Ireland. And today I want to talk about how to sell almost anything. The interesting thing is that more and more often these days you're hearing of consultation selling. Consultation selling basically means that you question someone and understand their needs and then present to them how your product or your service would fulfill those needs. And basically that's the way that almost everything is sold. But, for one thing, most people confuse selling with marketing. Marketing is the process of bringing a product to a potential customer. And most products, in fact, are marketed. You don't go into a shop and have someone sell to you unless you're going into a whiteware shop where what happens is that you'll walk in and someone will present to you a number of refrigerators and then look at the overall cubic inches of the refrigerator or the amount of freezer space it has, and then detail the amount of things that you use out of the freezer and the refrigerator to determine which of the products that they actually sell is best for your needs. But that one is a slightly different type of sale. It's the same thing when someone comes into a car lot. What you're doing is you're taking somebody who already has an interest in a product or a service, that product being a car on the car lot, and taking that interest and moving it up. And we call it upselling. And that's what the whole purpose of those type of processes are about. In the majority, in the norm, you can find out what people want, need in their lives. And if you're interested in learning about how to sell, one of the things that you need to invest a lot of time in is understanding the psychology of selling. You'll go back to a guy called Abraham Maslow, who in the 1950s developed a theory called the hierarchy of needs. And then in the 1960s discounted it and understood that needs were not hierarchical, but in fact were transient. And what happens is as one need is fulfilled when a purchase takes place, another need appears immediately afterwards, which is one of the other reasons why upselling is such a great opportunity for most salespeople when it comes to dealing with customers. As soon as they buy one thing from you, almost certainly they're going to need something new immediately after. We have a number of different types of needs that are fulfilled in a selling situation. There are psychological, physiological, there are self-actualization needs, there are needs for loving, and there are friendship needs, and we have needs for aesthetics. And we have all sorts of different types of things that fulfill needs in our lives. And we have all these needs constantly. Yet, what happens is that we don't live in the here and now most of the time. Most people live inside of their heads thinking about what they're going to do next week or next month or next year. And a salesperson, the opportunity that comes within a selling situation is to talk to someone in such a way so that you can get them to think about what it is that they want. When someone starts to think about things that they want or need, what happens is those things become more important to them. And as they become more important to them, the weight of need becomes more pressured upon them as well. It's sort of like the reason why people often go out shopping and then come home to say that they bought things that they didn't need. In fact, those things were needs at the time that they actually purchased them, and they were promoted by the stimulation of the environment that you were in. That, once again, is not selling. That is marketing. Marketing is about how to get people to think about products and services without having a conversation with them. It's about how to capture their attention to a particular product or a service. And it's about how you don't have to engage with someone to get them to engage with your product. Advertising of products is about trying to get people to take notice of them and to create a relationship with a product without ever communicating with the person directly. And that's quite a different tricky situation to deal with, and it's quite an interesting thing to play with as well. But as a salesperson, all you have to do is get the other person to talk to you about their wishes, their wants, and their needs. Wishes and wants become needs over time as they become influenced by the conversation. So if you can engage someone in talking about your products or your services in such a way so that they can see a benefit for themselves, although you haven't sold anything to them, you have marketed it. And marketing is just as good because people pay for marketed products as easily as they do for sold ones. I'm Ronald Hughes. This is Contact Ignition, a training company in Dublin, Ireland, where we specialize in helping companies to increase their ability to create profit through the relationship of human beings. We're a sales training organization. Give us a call on 0876-439-816. That's Ireland, which is 353, and then 876-439-816. Look forward to talking to you. Bye now.